a next-generation vending feature looking at the creation of dynamic schedules based on the prioritization matrix of customer demand. So why utilize an automated scheduling optimization system? Firstly, chain of responsibility. It ensures CCA duty of care compliance, improving stock management, only loading what's required and reducing the amount of tourist stock, which will remove beverage stock returns and reduce snack stock returns. Customer master data, stored and maintained in CCA systems as opposed to in contractor memory. This ensures that a contractor with the appropriate skills can service an outlet. Maximizing contractor productivity with variable settings on contractor experience, equipment replenishment, and travel time to create a full productive day's work. Nationally consistent level of customer service based on the demand priority matrix of volume, customer-facing issues, geography, and customer value. Coca-Cola Amatil takes safety seriously. In order with keeping people safe, CCA has committed to meet the chain of responsibility legislation obligations as it applies to schedule creation. COR underpins all vending created schedules, which cover speed. All required activities have a timed value, so the driver doesn't need to speed to complete the schedule. Fatigue ensures schedules do not exceed the agreed hours of work. And mass management, ensuring stock and materials to be loaded do not exceed the vehicle weight limitations. A critical component to maximizing customer service and driver productivity is maintaining accurate master data. Accurate master data ensures that the right contractor arrives to replenish our customer vending machines at the correct time, safely and efficiently. Adding accurate master data with accurate HHT data entry by the driver ensures safer, productive driver schedules, maximizing customer service standards.
Robert Costello, Key Account Manager. I have a public special event in my precinct that will empty most of my machines. Prior to the NGV, it would have taken over a week to have them refilled. How will the priority matrix ensure that those machines are back clean, filled and working sooner?
To better understand where we're going with dynamic scheduling, you first need to see how we originally scheduled our fleet of vending contractors. Let's look at the Sydney greater area, which would have had a number of beverage-only routes created. Each contractor was assigned a territory, and pretty much that contractor only worked within that territory. Now let's overlay the customer demand for a particular day. And what you will see is that there are no two territories that have the same demand profile. There are heavy demand areas and light areas of demand. Whether demand was manually dispatched or selected by a contractor, it was only based on the contractor territory's list of customers and prioritized based on days cover and or volume. This led to over-servicing of some areas and under-servicing of others, meaning inconsistent customer service levels. Moving to dynamic scheduling removes the boundaries and assigns all work based on customer demand priority matrix, priority 1 down to priority 25, maximizing fleet productivity, efficiency and consistent customer service throughout the Greater Sydney area. So to answer Robert's question, if a public special event created high customer out-of-stocks in a particular area, then it wouldn't be reliant on one contractor only to refill all the vending machines. Priority Matrix will classify the extra demand and the scheduling tool will assign adequate available resources accordingly to best get those vending machines cleaned, filled and working as soon as possible. Let's review some other changes and benefits to moving to a daily dynamic scheduling program. Contractors have big trucks which can hold multiple days' supply of stock when filled to the top, basically having mobile mini warehouses. The calls dispatched were only calls that the CCA dispatch team identified as requiring a fill. However, the contractor could make the decision to visit or not visit. This impacted on inbound customer calls from the National Sales Centre. Visiting the outlet became dependent on the stock availability or the next warehouse reload day. This saw some customers having to wait days before a refill occurred. And this was partly due to contractors creating standard stock orders, on which they believed would be required over the next few days. Standard loads saw higher stock returns to the warehouse or additional labour required to reconcile and adjust future orders. In either case, higher stock damages were recorded due to travel time spent on vehicles. Moving to daily dynamic scheduling, the vehicles are only loaded with the stock required for the scheduled fills, enabling servicing of any escalated customer issue by the close of the following day. This minimised tourist stock, which is basically stock that goes for a joyride each day, minimize this stock reduces the cost of damages from vehicles. Before, management would spend time manually realigning contractors to territories by having to update systems to enable coverage for contractors that were sick or on annual leave. Dynamic scheduling has no defined boundaries, and schedules are created to maximize all available resources to service the customer demand in accordance to the priority matrix. Before, contractors would lose time in the warehouse loading and restacking pallets to more easily gain access to stock as there was so much stock loaded on the vehicle. With overnight loading and only holding enough stock for tomorrow's schedule, this means once the contractor arrives to the warehouse, they can immediately commence their schedule. And with less stock loaded, it's easier and safer for the contractor to access stock during the day. And of course, dynamic scheduling means CCA's duty of care compliance. Let's look at the general process steps that a dispatcher manually completes in creating a vending contractor schedule. The objectives are to utilize the priority matrix to ensure high-value activities or customers are prioritized, use the same driver in the same area where possible, minimize driving time to get more visits completed. Note, customer-facing issues will increase the contracted travel distance, thus reducing the number of visits, impacting on efficiency. In other words, customer-facing issues can increase a contractor's kilometres being scheduled with lower case fills. This is due to CFIs such as coin mix being out of change, price differences, and product jams. Scheduling when there are no CFIs would increase the average cases per fill, increasing contractor productivity and their earnings. Step 1. Extract all the demand for tomorrow, which is prioritised by VSS. Review all the equipment movement requirements planned for that day, ensuring that they have all been captured. Locate priority 1 and 2 outlets. These will be scheduled to the default contractor and will be the key geographical reference point in minimalising the contractor travel kilometres. Step 4. Locate priority 3 to 10 outlets. Schedule these from the highest priority with the lowest distance to the travel required. This means if 2 other high priority machines can be done at the expense of not doing one further away, then do not include that one in the schedule. Step 5. Locate any remaining demand at the same address of an already selected outlet to visit. This will pick up any side-by-side placements which may have 1 or 2 days cover remaining. Step 6. Schedule remaining priorities 12 to 20. Lastly, finalise the contractor schedules for tomorrow, email the contractors for review and process the stock orders to supply chain. The dispatchers still manually manipulate schedules every day, and they rely heavily on accurate master data in making those decisions. It's everyone's responsibility in vending to escalate any key data changes identified in relation to customers, contractors, equipment, and their accessories. From salespeople when first setting up the outlet to ensuring data is correct during the customer reviews or following keystones. Contractors when visiting and noticing any lock changes, changes to site inductions, opening hours, and the like. Equipment service, equipment accessory changes or machine lock changes. District managers during route rides or keystoning. Check each outlet has the right information assigned. All the current information is available on the Venware online app, which you can access from your mobile device right in front of the machine. In summary, creating safe, efficient schedules to deliver customer service excellence relies on quality master data. Thank you for your time.